episode one was I knew I needed to ground you in the world. So I couldn't do the crazy acrobatic of real camera movement and real animation because I feel like that that almost it has to come before this, which is being grounded in the world, kind of sitting around, just being able to absorb the world I've made for you, right? But it came at a hindrance because the scenes are a little bit longer, and I started noticing that people, as modern age viewers are, we need quicker cuts. We need more things happening. Boom, boom, boom. So with episode one, it was already planned to kind of be a little bit more of a stepping stone. So I can
like a bridge, right? Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't scare off too many people like, oh my God, whoa, throw off the headset. It needs to be a little bit more introspective in you looking around going, oh, that's funny. Oh, that's funny. Oh, there's this happening. Okay. It needs to feel a little bit more relaxed. And just the viewing experience, not what's going on in front of you, just the viewing experience in general. Then I wrote these as a 3-act structure. So episode one is almost like act one, but there's 3 acts within that. Episode two is act two, but there's 3 acts within that. And episode 3 is act 3, but there's 3 acts within that. So episode 1 is grounding in this world, learning the characters, learning the main conflict, right? Episode 2 is going, okay, this character now feels responsible, and how are they going to now take the motor of the energy I started with and become the driving force of our narrative? So, okay, I need to up the pace. And just knowing that, I added more than double the scenes in episode 1. So each scene is about 2 times quicker. And so if episode 1's like this, episode 2 is like this. Episode 3 is like this. Boom, 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 boom. So it's got to feel like different rhythms of music, if act 1 or episode 1's like a 4-beat structure, episode 2 is a 8-beat, episode 3 is going to be a 4-beat 3, so it's going to be like you're going to get a little bit of this and a little bit of that because you've already watched 2. In your mind can kind of understand the thematic beats that I've already laid out from you, and now I'm playing with them.
Yeah, so you're learning a lot from the process. I remember the first one I was standing, on the second one I was sitting. And is that something that you learned from the first one as well, based on user experience or feedback? Like it's better to sit, or was it?
It was. Yeah. I always made it to sit, and I didn't even think of people standing. Honestly, that's the truth. And then I saw people
exploring.
Yeah, and then I saw people recording themselves standing. I'm like, oh gosh.
Because I remember I was standing on the first one and my legs felt heavy during the thing, and normally during a game I don't have it that much. I felt like it's a bit heavier, so it felt a little bit less. I don't know. I was distracted by it a little. Like my legs feel heavy, and I remember sitting on the second one. I was like, I'm totally immersed. I was like, damn, I'm not do the first one over like sitting. It felt better. It was interesting.
Exactly, and I think. And that was my fault too, with not giving like a screen at the very beginning, because this works better seated. In episode 2, I did. I said, please sit for best experience. Yeah. And so I learned, and in episode 2, I also added chapter breaks where you could fast forward. Episode 1, I didn't. And it was just episode 1. It was my first real story in VR. In real immersion and real directing in VR, because, directing something for the computer or the screen doesn't compare to this at all. It's like there's now my toolbox was once just a toolbox. Now I've got a fucking whole shed that hasn't even been explored yet. Like it's all continuously being black. I just keep walking going, oh, that's cool. So with episode 3, I got to do every episode can't have the same transition as the one before it. So there can't be, I can't reuse anything I've done. Otherwise, I feel like I'm cheapening your experience. Otherwise, I
Yeah, well,
feel
because that was my question. It was like if you found a structure in the first episode that you can use for the second one, but you're exploring each time and every time again. So that must be pretty heavy as well to just keep going and exploring yourself and find new ways and bits.
yeah, that's honestly the part that takes me the longest is I sometimes I want to cheat myself. I want to go, okay, just do this, and then I watch it, I go, you lazy son of a, you've got to just redo it. And I've done weeks of work and had to scrap it all, months of work and had to scrap it all because it in whole scenes that I put together and just took out because was once that you feel it, once you're watching and you're feeling it, and the moment I get bored, I go, okay, something's wrong. If I can't feel bored. Like the entertainment needs to feel happy, sad, anger, frustration, confusion, but answer all those within the same context. And then all of a sudden, how do you have fun? Where can I add the fun in this? Because if it's all serious, if it's all just this and happening right in front of you, and I'm not putting you upside down, or jumping in slow motion from comic book to panel to comic book panel, then or having her jump from the comic book panel onto you like she's skydiving, then
Yeah,
that's not
really
fun.
cool.
Like
Yeah.
it's the fun. Like we got to learn how to have fun.